करुणाकरन, श्री के करुणाकरन।
Mr. Chairman, first of all, let me congratulate Debal Reddy for presenting the case in its true form and convincingly. There are a lot of things still to come out. Sir, when the statement was made by the Industries Minister on the floor of the House, I was very much anguished. It pained me. I thought, what happened to the Industries Minister? Sir, she very respected me. High regard and respect for. I never expected such a decision from the Industries Minister. As rightly said, I know, sir, the Honorable Minister is innocent. Even his department is kept away from what transpired between the Suzuki and so-called government. So what prompted the government to go for this worst agreement which it never had in the history of this country? It's a sales or surrender to Suzuki for nothing. Sir, probably when the minister makes his reply, he will say the dispute was pending before the international court, which was detrimental to the progress of the industry. Sir, what was the reference before the international court? The only question before the international court was whether the MD and chairman should be appointed instead of consultation, concurrence. This is the only issue for the time. Sir, even for the worst, if we consider that, it would not have been so worse. Government and that industry would not have affected what is happened today. I am not making any allegation against the minister or even the government, because government is there only for name's sake. I know all the departmental officers concerned were not consulted. Sir, even proper legal advice was not taken before the agreement. Sir, why was this actually haste for going an agreement? Not only for going an agreement, but the implementation part of it. Agreement was signed on 6th. The entire procedure was completed before 9th. Appointment of directors, appointment of managing director, appointment of chairman, etc., etc. Sir, this is not the first time Suzuki was trying to get the Maruti into his fold. Sir, I may make it very clear from the past experience. He never fulfilled his promises. He never carried any agreement. Sir, when the equity shares from 26% to 40% was raised, it was done on a definite understanding. The understanding was he will hand over the technology to the Maruti block. The condition was within 10 years he should transfer the entire technology to the Maruti franchise. Sir, till this day, he did not do it. Honorable member was praising Suzuki for achieving this. It's not his contribution. His contribution is nil. Sir, our best talented technical person. Excellent management. Over and above that, government was protecting all. Even government did not allow any other company to compete with Suzuki, Maruti. Sir, even for export price, he was given a blank check. Then when there was lot of demand for Maruti, instead of going for open sale, the sale also was some private arrangement. Sir, what is it? I am not going to elaborate fast. Sir, not only he did not fulfill the commitment, he threatened the government at one stage. I don't wish to mention it here because it was between us in the presence of number of people. I asked him why this technology was not handed over. His reaction was, no, I'm not answerable to anybody. I may even close the fact. Thinking he did not transfer most of the technologies, particularly gear technology. That is most important part of it.
Gearbox.
Gearbox technology. Gearbox. Then I coolly told him, if India can make things which are produced today, I mentioned certain things. Do you think that India will not be capable of replacing that? Sir, I went to Italy to consult India. I don't wish to go further. Then I start a strong action. Sir, government nominee director was conniving with the management, Suzuki. What can government do? The only course left for the government is to replace him. So also managing director. Sir, even with all this we were able to survive. And today, Maruti is one of the best products in the country. All the three designs were still marketable. None of the technology was handed over to the Maruti. Now the agreement is arrived at between government and the Suzuki. Not Maruti and Suzuki. It is government and the Suzuki. Maruti is in dark. Maruti's shareholders include the workers. No direct board was consulted before that. It was placed before the direct board for ratification. I couldn't understand why this hurry. The worst would have come from the court is to say that it is not the consultation, it is the concurrence. Why such a hasty decision has taken unless something is behind it? I urge the government, there are certain underhand dealings. We should be brought before the people of this country. I am making allegation. If government is sincere and honest, why not you refer to the committee as suggested by my friends? Why should government worry about that? I am quite confident this government will be exposed and finally it will become, the decision will become the sample of or a symbol of corruption. I don't say X or Y. The government decision, the result of the government decision. As I said, within 1 week, all the appointments were made. A person against whom corruption charges were there. A person who was conniving with the Suzuki against the government is appointed as additional or joint director, managing director, something like that. What for? Sir, if you go through the history of the Maruti, Bhaskarudu's contribution is commendable. I'm not making any praise for an officer. He's a committed officer. And his contribution was very highly technical man, very committed person. Suzuki tried his best to win over him. He did not. Sir, the reward you are giving to such an officer is, he is made, I don't want to use the word of Mrs. Swami, of import. Sir, who is going to benefit out of it? So what is the position of the direct board today? Sir, direct board immediately met and appointed two committees. Purchase committee and sales committee. And decision is, if necessary, we can have a number of committees. Because the chairman of the committee is the choice of Suzuki. And members of the committee also nominees of Suzuki. Means all the purchase and sales will be done by the Suzuki company.
From their company. Purchase it from their company to this company.
That's what I was telling. No quotation was made. No other company was allowed to quote the price. Nobody was consulted. So the first decision of the direct board is to increase the rate by 8%. And next July, August, 6%, then 4%. Everything is here. Sir, if necessary, I am prepared to give you all the details of proceedings of the direct board. Apart from copy of memorandum of agreement, that also is with me, my friend. Now, what is your position? Will anybody come forward to purchase the shares of the company? Suppose you decide to leave the shares. Nobody will come forward with some reasonable price. Then regarding, said this is for modernization, expansion, that and this. Sir, when this agreement was made in the year 1992, he said, I will go for modernization and expansion on my own. The money will be brought by me. Technology also will be brought by me. Nothing more I will do. Then later on, he approached the government saying that everything is ready, we want money. Unfortunately, at that time, somebody said that government cannot afford money. He, depending on that, when I took charge as the Industries Minister, he approached me and saying, see, government is not giving money. Our finance minister said he cannot spare a pie for the public undertaking and so on, though he did not. So unless we get money, we won't be able to do this. I said, your promise was you yourself will bring money and the technology, everything. But why you are back you have taken this stand? Anyhow, I told him, Mr. Suzuki, you give me a project report, a vulnerable project report. When the report is accepted by the government, I will make money available to you within 24 hours. But before that, you should give me a project report. Sir, he took months. He did not. I sent him remind after remind. He did not. Anyhow, forget about that finally. What is the situation today? As per the agreement, managing director can be appointed only with the concurrence. This time it is the term of the government. If Suzuki does not agree, we won't have managing director. So also chairman. But government, because it is Suzuki, Maruti is its style, we will not take that stand. And now he is very happy. Chairman is this man. Managing director is practically nullified. Additional managing director is appointed by Suzuki choice. And he said till 2002. So by 2002, we don't know how long this government will. I don't want to say anything at this stage. But by that time, by this agreement, we surrendered everything. I don't know whether we will be able to revive it after some time. But still I am hopeful. We can. If such situation arrives, we can find out some loopholes. I'm not worried about that. We can. But what is worrying me? Why such a nice person, very honest person, whom I respect, has done like this?
He has not done it.
I know. He is innocent. Why his officers did not know what happened? Sir, the signature was put by the secretary on behalf of Rashtrapati, the President of India.
He has to minister. He has to
PSU.
Private secretary.
Oh no, it's a government order, it's an order of the Rashtrapati. That's what I am telling. Technically, it is Rashtrapati. And in that agreement, Maruti Udyog was not consulted. Did you take an expert legal opinion on this? What was the legal opinion about your sending directors to sign the agreement to Delhi, London? So a number of dirty things has happened in the underground. I make serious allegation. This should be brought to the limelight, for which the only solution is to go for an inquiry by this House or even joint parliamentary committee. It's the best forum to do it. My dear respected Honorable Minister, consider this demand. This is not a demand from we the members. The entire House means the entire country. If you don't accept it today or tomorrow, God will punish you. Thank you, sir.